In this podcast episode, Mike Benz delves into the intricate connections between the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the controversial figure of Jeffrey Epstein, and the broader implications of the deep state in American politics. The conversation explores the potential ramifications of the JFK files, the nature of Epstein's operations, and the role of intelligence agencies in shaping political narratives. The discussion begins with the anticipation surrounding the release of the JFK files, which are expected to shed light on the circumstances surrounding Kennedy's assassination. Benz emphasizes that if it were revealed that U.S. intelligence agencies were involved in or complicit in the assassination, it would have severe diplomatic repercussions for the United States. The implications would extend beyond historical analysis, affecting current international relations and the credibility of U.S. intelligence when accusing other nations of malfeasance. Benz highlights that the JFK assassination has long been shrouded in mystery, with various theories suggesting the involvement of intelligence agencies. He references the book JFK and the Unspeakable, which documents the CIA's surveillance of Lee Harvey Oswald prior to the assassination, raising questions about the agency's knowledge and potential complicity. The conversation suggests that the release of the JFK files could serve as a litmus test for the current administration's commitment to transparency and accountability regarding past actions of intelligence agencies. Transitioning to the topic of Jeffrey Epstein, Benz discusses the enigmatic nature of Epstein's life and his connections to powerful figures. He describes Epstein as an access agent, someone who facilitated connections between influential individuals and intelligence agencies. This role allowed him to gather intelligence and broker deals, often operating in the shadows of high society. Benz notes that Epstein's network has been linked to various intelligence operations, including those related to the Iran-Contra scandal. He points out that Epstein's close relationship with Les Wexner, a prominent figure in retail, granted him significant financial power and access to elite circles. The conversation raises questions about the extent of Epstein's involvement with intelligence agencies, suggesting that he may have been used as a conduit for information and influence. The discussion also touches on the controversial nature of Epstein's activities, particularly regarding allegations of human trafficking and exploitation. Benz expresses skepticism about the narrative that Epstein was solely a blackmail operator, arguing that the evidence for such claims is not as robust as often presumed. He emphasizes the need for more concrete evidence to support the idea that Epstein was systematically blackmailing powerful individuals. Benz delves into the broader implications of intelligence agencies in American society, particularly in the context of the deep state. He argues that the CIA and other intelligence organizations have historically operated with a level of secrecy that breeds suspicion and conspiracy theories. The conversation highlights the tension between the need for national security and the public's right to know about the actions of their government. Benz points out that the CIA's operations often involve collaboration with organized crime and other illicit networks, blurring the lines between legality and illegality. He references historical examples, such as the CIA's involvement in the overthrow of foreign governments, to illustrate how these actions can have far-reaching consequences. The discussion suggests that the intertwining of intelligence operations with organized crime creates a complex web of influence that is difficult to untangle. As the conversation progresses, Benz speculates on why the Epstein files have not been fully released. He posits that the potential revelations within these documents could threaten the interests of various intelligence agencies, both domestic and foreign. The fear of diplomatic fallout and the exposure of sensitive operations may be driving the reluctance to disclose information. Benz emphasizes that the interconnectedness of intelligence agencies, particularly among allies like the US, UK, and Israel, complicates the situation. If the Epstein files reveal compromising information about these relationships, it could strain diplomatic ties and undermine the credibility of intelligence operations. The discussion underscores the delicate balance between transparency and national security, suggesting that the release of such files could have profound implications for international relations.